a blogger is tracking local crimes on Facebook Live. She sometimes even spots the crime scene before the police. Her broadcast is somewhat controversial, but it's also become a social media sensation.
I got interested in journalism after I had recorded it was a dramatic incident, and I uploaded it to Facebook and it went viral. After that, it just took off.
What we want is change, and I am the voice of the people who don't dare to stand up to the authorities and tell things like they are in our city.
Priscilla had been doing her citizen journalism for a while, and she had come to kind of have a routine. She'd get tips from citizens around Laredo and around South Texas about things that happened. She would usually try to go verify them with police officers or some other source who would be able to verify it, and she would then publish it, doing things that good journalists do. They get a tip, they verify it.
My tips come from regular citizens, people who are, near an accident, near house fires, near, murder scenes or whatnot. I get contacted, hey, this is going on, from just regular people in my city.
So in spring 2017, twice, she got tips from private sources about newsworthy events that had happened in Laredo. Both times she went to the same police officer, asked the police officer, hey, can you verify this information I got about this event? The officer freely volunteered that information, and so Priscilla went on Facebook and accurately published what both the private source and the officer told her. And then she waited for a few months, and during that few months, the defendants, the district attorney, and these police officers, they went and found this vague statute to try to manufacture probable cause, and they did. And they tried to criminalize Villarreal asking a police officer for information as part of reporting the news. And then in December 2017, she found out that they had manufactured an arrest warrant, and she turned herself in.
After reporting the suicide of a local civil servant and naming him before the police had released a statement last year, she was arrested and charged with a felony.
And so a big part of this story is that these officials dug up a state statute to retaliate against Priscilla for telling the truth and criticizing officials, something that the First Amendment protects so strongly.
I was arrested and then released, and then, we went through the courts and whatnot, and I eventually won my case.
I can quote from the Fifth Circuit's opinion. If the First Amendment means anything, it's that you can ask officials questions without having to fear being arrested for it. And if there's anything that's an obvious First Amendment violation, it's arresting somebody for asking a question of government officials. Qualified immunity is a defense that government officials often raise to try to escape lawsuits based on violations of constitutional rights. When officials like the defendants here arrest somebody for doing no more than what everybody knows is a fundamental First Amendment right, they have to be held accountable. There should not be qualified immunity for officials who brazenly violate the First Amendment like those who arrested Priscilla did.
After we got a favorable panel majority decision at the Fifth Circuit, the entire Fifth Circuit decided they want to hear the case. So on January 25th, we'll go down to New Orleans and we'll argue on behalf of Priscilla in front of the entire court.
I just want to thank Fire for representing me, for being there for me, and hopefully we come victorious in my case.